at home, our old home, our home.
Houston.
But,
Houston pride.
Our first home, not so prideful in this story. Houston, Texas, via New York Post. Texas cop delivers Uber Eats order after arresting the delivery driver. Isn't that sweet?
Yeah.
Heartwarming.
Hilarious.
Heartwarming. Texas cop.
Yeah.
brutally beats.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, let me continue the story. A Texas man was left shocked when a police officer arrived at his doorstep with his Uber Eats delivery order. Harris County Constable deputies had pulled over a driver earlier this month after they noticed the car plates did not match the vehicle he was driving.
Okay.
The department posted on Facebook, which is, look, this is how I know police departments are just ran by fucking boomers.
The Facebook
They
posts.
love Facebook, bro. They are
do.
always on Facebook.
They do.
It is like the one social media.
Yeah.
That's where they post body cam for. No Twitter.
Yeah.
They're not on Twitter.
That's why they haven't come after us yet, because we're not on
they haven't discovered-
Facebook. We cannot get on Facebook, bro. That'll be the beginning of the
Once
end
we
for
crack
us.
into their realm, we're fucked. Because they are on Facebook heavy. Heavy.
Yeah, they are.
So much footage gets posted to Facebook. But the officers quickly determined that the driver was knowingly and intentionally displaying a fictitious license plate, prompting them to place him under arrest. However, during the investigations, the cops realized the suspect had been in the middle of an Uber Eats delivery order, which, my God, I don't know if I would be able to answer a door with a cop. You ring and your Uber Eats.
Well, hold on, keep reading it.
Instead of letting the hungry customer go without their meal, the officer decided to complete the delivery order themselves. To ensure the citizens still received their order, Deputy Chapa, low-key kind of sounds like stepped in and personally completed the food delivery. Constable Mark Herman wrote on the post, the department shared a series of photos showing Harris County Constable Deputy Chapa arriving at the customer's home with their food in hand. Ronald Carrillo,
the driver.
Yeah.
By the way,
Right,
the
right.
driver.
47 has been charged with tampering with a government record and was issued a $100 bond. That's
So this is So real quick, I
government
just want
record.
I just want to explain. We'll let the audience decide, because I thought this might be fun. Maybe a new segment. Maybe we'll have an intro when we do like little Copaganda pieces like this. Little ridiculous, completely unnecessary, masquerading as journalism. These stories that are just glazing cops for doing horse shit like this, like clearly doing it for the clicks, for the Facebook likes.
Yeah.
You know, setting up their phone, knocking on the door with
This is
the
all
Uber
part of their
Eats.
content strategy. This is like they posted this, and then under it was like a game of like fucking Temple Run. Except instead it was like a cop game instead of Temple Run. It was just all like a suspect and a cop chasing him.
Yeah.
But
We're not all bad. Okay, we might have killed your son, but also, what about this? Huh? Kind of makes you forget about how much you miss your son, doesn't it?
You know what I didn't miss? That mild sauce from Taco. I got you a little extra. That's on you.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually that's blood. That's not mild sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
They were like the customer was shocked when he opened the door and found a police officer delivering his food. Yeah, I would be shocked too. I would be concerned. I would be like, "Where is my driver? I'm worried about
I don't know
him."
if I'd be concerned. I think I'd actually. My first instinct would probably be a happy one. I'd be like, "Damn, that defund the police shit really worked. These niggas Uber Eats it?
Yeah.
Thanks, Zoran.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. That's crazy. Y'all, you can take the uniform off now, bro.
Yeah. 1 star, by the way.
Nah, he's like, give me 5 stars or you get 5 stars. Nigga, I'm calling back up. All right, my bad, bro. But yeah, no, Copaganda like that don't work on me. I don't think there's any Copaganda that works on me, like that. I like the cops playing basketball like, in full uniform. It's like, first off, nigga, take the fucking gun off.
Yeah.
Why are you hooping in the full regalia? I'm like, nigga, take the.
And why? And how come when you're playing on defense, your hands on the gun? That's not a proper defense stance.
You shoot and nigga. Bah! That was blocked.
Yeah. Did you ever see the story? This was classic peak Copaganda with Shaq coming out.
Oh, when he wanted to be a cop.
So Shaq became a cop, and I think it was in Miami. They made him a cop. They printed out a fucking new size uniform, never before created for a Miami cop. And then like there was this cop who brought him out. Like brought out Shaq in full uniform to hoop it up with the kids, which is it always feels racist a little bit when they do that.
Yeah, but it's Shaq.
Yeah, but and then like he was on like Fox and Friends, and they were interviewing him, and they're like, "Wow, amazing! Cops are just regular fun folks, just like just like Shaq.
Cops are regular 7'8" fun, just like."
But then it turned out that like just like a couple weeks ago, that same cop who brought out Shaq had like beat the fuck out of a 15-year-old kid.
Damn. It'd be the most darkest shit. These
Yeah.
niggas just be smiling in the camera. Meanwhile, I did curb stop a grandma 3 days ago. I am being investigated by Internal Affairs for it. That shit is crazy.
Well, it was like during when we were like the 2020, all those marches where like the cops like during the day would like kneel with the protesters for their little photo op, you know. But then right when that sun went down, it was
Like,
click clack
yeah,
on the
motherfucker.
very same
Yeah,
protesters.
motherfucker. I'm just here collecting faces. I'm just here so I can remember. I need the daylight.
I got a photographic
Yeah,
memory.
I need the sunlight so I can see exactly who.
Also, I do have a body camera.
Yeah.
You are being recorded right now.
Shaq as a cop though with a gun. That's the one cop I wouldn't care. Like, okay, this nigga shooting skills. All right. Anything past the free throw, as long as you make it past the free throw line.
Yeah.
What? That's your. I think I like that. We're gonna do more Copaganda. Rate.
And we're gonna do a lot. I mean, New York Post is always doing this shit. It's hilarious. They're the #1 cop glaze fucking publication.
They'll glaze
but,
a cop until it comes to like a story that has too many puns. Like the
Well,
fucking-
that's what I was gonna bring up. It's the story. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago about the New York the
NYPD
sergeant in New York who was caught in their
Jerking
jacking
off.
off sting in Penn Station.
NYPD cop busted.
So New York Post will also do that. Like they can't resist.
They can't resist. They love cops, but if a cop is embroiled in a story that has
If
way
someone's
too
jacking off,
they're like that. They're like that meme where the kid's at the desk and the vein is like popping out of his neck, and he's like, "I just want to make the pun."
Yeah,
they do
exactly.
not give a fuck about.
but you know, if that same cop was like the next week, like playing basketball with the kids, you know, New
Yeah,
York
they'd
Post
be
would be like, when this cop isn't jacking off in Penn Station, you'll find him hooping it up with the neighborhood kids.
Nothing but nut.
Dude, New York Post should pay you for these, dude.
I'll submit, but yeah.
So moving on to the Parkland. Two other stories, unfortunately.
You don't want to transition from nothing but nut.
Look,
next story.
this is unfortunately the nature of our podcast. This is, in many ways, I say, the weirdest podcast that exists.
Fuck, dude.
Where whenever we have to do a transition like this, I think, should this podcast exist? Should this be happening?
You can't keep dragging it out because now I have to like get serious at some point.
Yeah, dude. We're about to be talking about the tragedy that happened in Parkland.